Hey, I'm Roland, and I'm walking around over here in Taipei, Taiwan, and looking for strange or unusual phones that we don't see in the West very often. And one case of this is the Sharp Aquos S3 that launched on 1st of April in Taiwan. They're selling it for around, well, 350, 360 US dollars and 330 euros, and it's supposed to be the most compact 6-inch smartphone. So they have this panel on here that's an IGZO panel straight out of Sharp's own production. Looks pretty decent. It's actually very crisp. It's got a 2160 by 1080 resolution, and it has this massive notch up here. So Sharp was one of the first companies to follow the trend towards integrating the notch in their devices, but you don't get any Face ID or stuff like that using laser sensors. They're just putting in a 16 megapixel f2.0 aperture camera on the front. In the middle is the earpiece, and next to that on the right are the brightness and distance sensors. The bezel on the top is a bit wider than on the sides, as you can see, but you still get a chin at the bottom, which is actually a pretty compact chin. So it's one of the devices that has one of the very smallest chins. It's even thinner than on the Galaxy S9 or S9 Plus, for example. You still have the capacitive or the on-screen buttons, which you can have go away. It's pretty interesting to see that they have cut the corners straight at the bottom and rounded them off at the top, as you can see here. And the whole shebang is placed in a metal casing that has this coating on it. It looks almost powder coated and feels very sturdy, actually. It's got a 3200 milliamp hour battery, and under the hood is the Snapdragon 630 SoC. There's supposed to be a high-end version coming out with the 660 in the next couple of days, which is part of the reason why I'm looking at it right now, actually. Over on the side you have the volume rocker and the power button, which both feel a little mushy. The travel is not very big on this. And going over to the back, you can see there is a dual camera module on here. So you have a 16 megapixel main camera, actually. No, it's a 13 megapixel main camera that has 13 megapixel add-on camera, and the main camera is a 12 megapixel sensor, actually, sporting a 1.7 aperture. You have the noise cancelling mic above that on the top there. There's a dual LED flash right there, and in the middle you get this fingerprint reader. It's covered in glass, and as you can see, I'm in a store right here at my phone, which is Taiwan Mobile, and it's all covered in glass, and as you can see, it attracts a lot of fingerprints. Under the hood, Snapdragon 630 and 4 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of flash storage in this device. It's running Android for sure, and it's actually running Android 8.0. Let me try and pull up the settings menu here, and I'll just show you the About phone. So it's called Small UX, and if we go back down here to the About phone button, and I've actually managed to hit it. Oh, this is actually a 64 gig version of this device, and down here is the Android version, which is 8.0, but it's kind of heavily customized. So if you don't switch this to another language, you will end up with this crazy pinkish layout, which you can change for sure because you have all kinds of themes available for it. And before I forget to mention it, it actually has a micro USB port, as far as I can see. It looks like it, at least. No, that's actually a USB Type-C port, and charging that 3200 milliamp hour battery. And on the side there, you can see the single speaker downwards firing. Over here on the left is the speech mic, and as you can see, there is no headset jack on this mid-ranger from Sharp here in Taiwan. So yeah, this has just been a very quick look at the Sharp Aquos S3, also known as F8032, that is available in Taiwan and China for just under 330 euros converted, and it's definitely a pretty good looking device, especially with this nice and decent Aquos or Sharp IGZO panel on here.